What up, y'all weirdos? Back for another adventure. And this week we're somewhere new, somewhere that is definitely, I can tell we haven't even started. It's going to be our most challenging experience yet. We are at Zaleski State Forest. We're going to attempt to do the 16-mile loop. Can't remember what the actual loop's called. I need to look at the map, but we're going to attempt it. See how far we get. It wasn't supposed to rain today. It's looking like it's gonna rain. I didn't even bring a jacket, so we'll see. But here we are. It's two-word Tony. Hayden is already climbing around somewhere. I'll take a look and get an idea what this place has to offer. So there's, I guess, 69 of these, what is that? I think they're coal furnace for melting iron or something. I don't know. We'll have to do some. What are these, Hayden?
Huh?
What are these?
This is a big charcoal iron furnace.
For like melting down iron?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I think I found a hole in here on the other side too.
All right. So I ain't gonna sit here and read all this off. Yeah, it says iron production right there. I ain't gonna read all this off, but you're watching this at home, so give you an idea of some of the things we're hoping to encounter today. So we're gonna figure out which way to go here. Do what?
Go up and around this thing.
Go up and around there?
Yeah. Let's go around this way.
Ah. This is already, shouldn't have brought my backpack. Man, look at these stones.
Up here's the resort. Some are real deep. Other ones are hard to make out. Over here, there's like a weird symbol.
Look, this is people's initials.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get us a little,
We definitely need to start bringing a chisel.
yeah. Hayden already trying to climb.
Yeah. Look over here, there's a hole. I may or may not be able to fit into. Looks like it goes in here. You ready to shimmy in the coke furnace?
Yeah, dude. Hayden's going in.
Alright, hold up. I don't think I can get very far.
Looks collapsed.
No, I think this is... Here, let me see it. So my unexpert opinion, this looks like the thicker outer walls. This kind of looks like a doorway. Or they were shoveling something in here. This sand kind of looks irony. But you go forward. And this is like a brick honeycomb structure on the inside. Because there would be like the two walls. You'd have the coal burning separate from the iron. We'll go around and get a better view of this interior thing, but from the inside, I can see that it's actually made out of brick. I couldn't see that from the outside. And this kind of looks like slag or refractory that's stuck to the outside of that brick. You can see up into the room a little bit. Sucks that they walled it off. It'd be neat if you could go in there.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean, we just pulled in the parking lot and this is what's right here. This is really cool stuff. I can say I've never seen anything like this in my life. Might not be all that impressive to a lot of people, but this is pretty wild to me.
George Hughes, 1750.
Wow.
Let's see if it can see through here at all. Straight's real hard to see through. You see that like brick wall on the inside?
Yeah.
That's to keep like the coal and the iron ore or whatever separate. This whole thing was probably lined like with bricks like that. Leaving that space in between the wall.
Hopefully this is punching through. That's great because it looks cool. Like the pattern on the stone is just.
Oh yeah, the way they're carved.
Wow.
Signature right there. Finally in. I wonder how it's in the post office staff.
Wow. This is a fun one for us guys who don't know what we're doing or where we are. I think the trailhead, we must have to walk down the side of the road right here. And then it looks like it's going to have us cross back over. Or, let's see what this other way looks like. Hold on. Or we start this way. Yeah, let's go this way. Looks like we'll have to cross over this bridge and then cut into the woods up here. Yeah, this is gonna be the toughest challenge we've had so far as trail hiking. Shooting for 16, well, it's 16.5, I think. We'll see what we actually get. So this is about a 3-hour drive from home, and I didn't bring a jacket, a beanie, gloves, or anything because the forecast said it's going to be in the lower 60s and sunny all day. But that is not looking to be the case at the moment. It looks like we're going to get some rain. So we'll see how much of a error I made, but I do have ponchos in my backpack somewhere. I'm just gonna have to dig them out and find them because This is a new backpack, and I packed it up, and now I don't quite remember exactly where I put everything. So, good times. Good times ahead. Salind Rusenberg Memorial Backpack Trailhead. And we just follow the orange markers, guys. Just like in Germantown. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I barely slept last night at all. I was so excited about this because we've never been here. And I knew it was gonna be more challenging than what we're used to. So I've been pretty excited about this one. It's not the big one I've been talking about, but definitely a big one I've been excited about. So grateful I'm here. I'm grateful y'all are here with me. Look how dense this already is compared to probably anywhere you've seen on our videos so far. And we're still, the parking lot's just right over there. The road's right there. I mean, this is immediate forest. I can already tell this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, this so I read that this trail is very well marked, and you can see that appears to be true so far. We're not very far in, but the comments I read said every 100 feet or so, and that looks to be the trend. So if you come out here to do this one we're attempting, the 16.4 mile, I'll look and see what it's called here in a little bit, but you just follow these orange hash marks all the way around. And they don't seem to be hard to find. It's interesting looking, ain't it? Some of that shale.
Yep. It's like we're starting to come up on more rocks.
Yeah, we're getting into it. This might be a long video, guys. Longer than what you're used to. That's not the way we go, but you want to check it out? Okay. Well, Jerry, if you would have went right back there instead of left, it would have taken us right around here anyway.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's cool.
In the pan.
All right, man. You ready to pray?
Yeah.
You got it, Aiden? You got this one?
And
Jeremy?
No.
All right. We'll try to speak loud enough so the camera can hear me because this water's loud. But here we go. My dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you once again for bringing us together on this beautiful Saturday. Thank you for gifting us with the ability to do these things, with the physical ability, the mental ability, the ambition and the drive. Lord, thank you for the sense of camaraderie. Well, the real camaraderie that you just gifted us on these days and these adventures. Watch over us, Lord, keep us safe from injuries while we explore and try to have as much fun as we can. Watch over our families while we're away. Keep their minds at ease, Lord. Just thank you again for everything you do, for watching over us, for protecting us, and for all the gifts you continue to give us. And Lord, we'll continue to keep your praises in our mouths, Lord. Amen. No, my socks are wet.
see them holes right there?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
can't really feel the bottom of it though. Oh, I feel it. That does feel like it's down right there. Yeah, this one.
Oh wow, that's deep too.
Yeah.
You feel that sand.
It's really nice sand in here.
Yeah, boy. This is a beautiful little spot, and we haven't even gotten started yet. Beautiful. You know what's crazy is how long ago did that start over here
Okay.
and etch its way to where it's now all the way up there?
Pretty hot. Looks like there's a bunch of things back there too.
That is cool.
That's his.
Jeremy! I think we've crossed into another dimension. Tell me when the lights start flashing. Whoa. What up, Jay Dizzle?
What light flashing?
Any lights. But now that I see you, I realize I didn't cross into a different dimension after all.
This ledge makes me want to jump.
That's why, dude, I promise. I was just thinking when I was a kid, I would have fucking jumped right over there. Don't do it, Hayden.
I have to.
How was it?
That was further than I thought.
Dude, this is freaking awesome. We haven't even started yet. Yo. Zaleski State Park. I might have called it Zaleski because Zaleski keeps popping up in my head.
Yeah, dude. Every time I try to say it, I say that.
Yeah, that effing Zaleski. But Zaleski, yeah, this is awesome already, and we haven't even started. This is why I was up all night, unable to sleep from being so excited. Yeah, this is cool.
Bing bong. It's further out than I was thinking.
Yeah,
We should do.
right there's where Hayden just jumped. I don't know if you can even tell. That's 15 feet drop. That's a 15-foot drop.
I went out real far though, so I was hitting higher up on the hill.
Okay, it's a 10-foot drop. On an angle of rocks covered with leaves.
Oh, rocks.
Yeah, you knew that at the time. Look how that looks like somebody, like a little tiny creature put its hand on it.
Yeah, water drop. It's got too many fingers though.
That's why I said creature and not person. But you know, in a lot of them old hieroglyphs, they find that people have 6 fingers. Have you ever noticed that?
No.
Or petroglyphs? This is stunning, really, and we're not even into it, man. I can't get over that.
Everything's awesome, guys.
Yeah, if we're just starting and it's this incredible, but yeah, it's gonna only get better. This is gonna be our best trip so far. Jeremy already almost took a spillsy.
No, I did that. That was planned.
Oh, I've already done it twice on camera already, dude. Don't worry about it. It is nice out here. And I'll tell y'all what, we're still close to the car and I'm ready to call it. These hills are already putting a chewing on us. What do you think, hey?
Oh, we got this all day.
Oh, okay. That's not what he was saying just a second ago. Jerm. It just goes right there, don't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look too big. It almost looks carved out though.
Think.
You get like,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. It does. The Nephilim handiwork. Hey, look at this old stash tree. Probably more like a branch broke off in the middle tree, but
yeah, it broke off in the middle tree.
I am already sweating like a madman, so I'm gonna peel some layers here. And then you guys are gonna go on to the top and wait for me up there somewhere. But yeah, I'm like soaking wet already. So layers coming off. Man, this is already one of them trails that makes you start asking yourself why you do this. Because it's I don't think it's gotten hard yet, but just the lead up to really getting out here into the woods, if that's a precursor for what's to come, it's gonna be a tough one for me, for these guys too, I can tell. So we'll see, but I can say I already consider it worth it, whatever it is, because it is gorgeous out here. I mean, there's really something everywhere you look. Now, when the leaves are all grown up, it's probably a different story. But right now, this is beautiful. Well, this trail's coming in hot, ain't it? I know. That's what I was just saying. Like, if this is a precursor, it's gonna be rough. I just looked up the trail. There's a big burl, like a real gnarly one up here on this tree.
Look at how those trees fell. They dominoed 3 in a row.
Wow. Yeah, look at that big old burl.
You kind of see the funky grain pattern.
That's what I was about to say, yeah. You can see it in here too, where it's kind of wet. You can see the twists inside. Like, you can see how that like twists and contorts. Yeah, it's a big one.
That's
a big, huh?
What do you think happened to the tree?
What do I think happened to it? Just the disease.
No, it's like a wound or something that usually causes that.
Is that what it is? Could have been a deer rub maybe when it was younger.
I'm feeling gunshot.
That could be too. It looks kind of gunshotty, don't it?
It does.
Looks kind of gunshotty, don't it?
They're almost like flowers.
It's different looking, ain't it? Yeah, some of the vegetation, like the moss, looks different than anything we really see around home. I think maybe because of the microclimates through here.
I have no idea.
Hey Mick, I would not be able to knock this one out in 4.5 or 5 hours. I can tell you that already. It's to scratch what I told you the other day. This is interesting, isn't it? Well, we shall consult the all trails. Oh, sorry. We follow Germ. Bada boom, bada bang, we follow Germ. You're the leader, dog.
I knew where I was going, bro.
You did.
I'm just kidding.
Somehow you did know. You went the right way.
I didn't see the other yellow orange. That's how I could
Mm. So wisdom of the ancients is what you're saying. You tapped into the wisdom of the ancients. That's what I heard. Is that what you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. All right, man. All right, let's take a little break time. This has been non-stop uphill since we walked into the woods. And we're 2 miles in. We're right at 2 miles in. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Why didn't you warn me about this, brother?
I did.
No, you were.
As a matter of fact.
You were like,
As
dude,
a matter of fact.
Dude, you said this was a walk in the park, is what you said.
No, that was when I was being inspirational on the ride in.
Oh, when you were like,
After
well,
facing the challenge,
when you were like, well, we're in it
I'm
now.
no longer inspired.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're in it now, so I gotta freaking get myself in the right mind state. I understand that.
No, it's been pretty much a uphill battle this whole time.
So what you're saying is you rely upon the wisdom of the ancestors.
I don't know what that means, but I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. It sounds like what he's saying, don't it, Aiden?
Jeremy's just flowing.
He's in flow state.
Oh, don't say that.
You're in flow state, brother. Man, this is a... I told these guys, man, I might have messed up a little bit. I left an open pack of cheese and beef sticks on my driver's seat of my car, and I did read that there's black bears out here. So hopefully I don't get back to the parking lot to find that I've been carjacked by some black bears. That wouldn't be no fun. It's getting windy out here. I think it even sounds more, well, it's pretty windy, but I think the sound is even amplified just by the wind gusting through these hills. I think we've all finally got to the point where we've found our stride, so the challenge is feeling less challenging. Not that it's not challenging, but just we're getting acclimated. But yeah, so far it's been an uphill hike the entire time. Still, the trees really are marked every 100 feet or so. It's nice and quiet out here. There are spots in Germantown that look similar to this, just not at this scale.
I was hoping this little cave here was a little bit bigger. Look at these rocks. Haven't seen any road like this yet. It's real neat.
Well, we found the first water source and campsite, which looks like somebody's got. There's the latrine. Oh, look.
No campfire.
From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah, but I'm glad we didn't just plan to come out here and camp thinking we were going to keep warm by a fire. That's why I like to come out and visit these places before I even bring the dog or anything. I never know what we're getting into. I always assume it's relatively safe and everything, but until I know, I overthink and I worry. So I have to go out and make sure. It's like I have to do a test run. Which is probably what today's really going to be, because I don't think any of us are feeling making it 16 miles. We're probably going to cut it in half. I'm an idiot. It said 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so we could have fires at night. It would just have to be out in the morning before we left, which it would be. There's some big old burrows up in that tree. You see that?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, it's like when Doogie was asking me if they're common. It's like, I think they are in Ohio. Wanted to had to stop for a minute to text Jay just so she knew exactly where I was, being that I barely ever have a signal out here. And while I was doing that, these guys got away from me. Here they are, probably taking a much appreciated break already. Did I notice these ditches?
Yeah.
I have not, no. I've been zoning out, man, I want to be honest. I've been zoning out a lot.
There's been like 3 or 4 of them along the way here.
Hopefully you guys can see that. It's kind of weird because it almost looks like there's some dumped dirt here is what it looks like, or a tree that maybe a tree popped up. But it almost looks like a vehicle. This was a vehicle, a utility road or something. That looks like a vehicle came through here at one point, but it's got these young trees out in the middle of it now. But that's obviously not what caused they probably just took advantage of that spot to drive through. You know what I mean? That looks, I don't know, that looks strange. I mean, and then it might have been done to keep water running downhill and not just washing the trail out.
They've been real short though. They've only been like 100 foot long at the most, so it stopped. They're getting out short like this one. They don't really lead anywhere either.
Yeah, well, so if like water's kind of coming off of this hill, it would make sense they'd want to redirect it away from the trail right here and kind of, I don't know, I mean, it still hits the trail right there, so I guess it don't make sense, but.
Yeah, but look at this angle. The trail's lower than that. The water would follow the trail.
Huh. What's your theory, man? Let's hear it.
I have no idea. I just think they're interesting.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting.
Yeah, more than likely not, but the first thing that my brain went to was just like hastily dug fighting positions up on top of the hill. So we're up on top of the hill and they're following along this trail side. They've been on both sides though.
And I mean, here's one of them fatal funnels.
This is so shallow though. That's more like the frontiers fighting the Indians, you know?
Ah, I dig.
Did you ever see that video on Lewis Wetzel?
No, you were telling me about it and I started to watch it, but go ahead.
It's frontiers men in Ohio who, when he was younger, him and his brother got abducted by these Wyandotte Indians. I can't remember if they killed like half of his family or whatever, but they took them away from their house and they set up this camp and they like took the shoes from the boys so they couldn't run off. Lewis too, he got shot with an arrow in that thingy.
In that conflict or abduction or whatever.
Jeremy
Is this the
Crawford.
guy that didn't like write, so nobody really knows his thoughts or reasoning? But
Yeah, he went and after being abducted by them Indians, he vowed to kill all the Indians throughout his entire life. And as a 13-year-old boy, he made a vow to God that as long as I'm alive, I'm going to kill Indians.
wow.
And he did. He died at like 44. And he said, well, I might as well die now. There's no more Indians left to fight, and I'm too old for the mountains. She definitely wasn't too old for the mountains.
Well, back then, 44 was freaking 80, dude.
Yeah, but he was just too violent to settle down.
Yeah. There wasn't really a place left in the world for him.
He was so good with a musket. His father taught him ever since he was little how to load and fire that musket at a full sprint. So while the Indians were chasing him, he'd keep balls in his mouth and fill the horn up with the count and then smack it hard enough to dump some of the powder into the dish, spit one of the balls in it, hastily ram that down, turn around, shoot the dude, continue to run, and start it over again.
Wow. I bet you could pick through those tree roots for artifacts.
We'd spend all fucking day doing that, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, I bet that'd be a good one.
They're every like 200 feet. We could spend all day just on one of these hillsides digging out all them.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Stop to change the battery. And now I'm back at it like a crack addict. A guy just came by running. Made me feel weak. But, you know, that's, you know, I guess that's just how life is. Sometimes you're the weaker one. But also, like I've said before, he didn't have a 35-pound backpack on his back for no reason. So I'd say that balances us out a little bit. Fun talking about real insecurities. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys do stuff like this. Tell me if you do. If you've, well, I guess, comment if you feel comfortable. But I'm always kind of doing that where, you know, like hiking down this trail, a runner goes by, and I start thinking about how hard this is for me to just hike it. And I start automatically being like, oh, he's definitely better than me. I kind of do that in like every aspect of my life. It's something I have to keep a close eye on. I catch myself doing it literally in just about every situation. So yeah, like I said, that's a real insecurity that I have to keep working on to get myself worked through, because it's not actually, it's never actually true. You know, what my mind wants, or what my brain wants me to believe in that regard, is really never actually true. People aren't like better or worse than others. They're just different, and they work themselves in different ways. They're built differently, like physically. I mean, people are built different. No one's the same. So got to learn to stop doing that, stacking myself up against my perception of others. I mean, that guy that just ran by me, I have no idea who that guy is. So his life might be miserable. I don't know. I hope not, but it might be. Maybe he's just out here running to avoid the catastrophe that is his life. Who knows? So, but yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd spiel about that for a second.
I'm not doing it, man.
I know. I was trying to shut you up. It's like the mute button on Jeremy, guys. Hey, I found Jeremy's mute button. It's on the camera. All right, I'm gonna unmute you. Mute. It didn't unmute. Okay, now it's unmuted. You can talk.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was, because you're being recorded right now. Look how welcoming and unwelcoming that hill looks. It's nice flat ground that goes straight up into the air.
One man's welcoming is another man's I've left something at home.
All right. I will say, like, I found my stride. Like, I ain't feeling as freaking beat as I was at first. At first, This thing was chewing me up, dog.
Even that Germantown at the start, it like gets you.
Yeah.
And you get used to it.
This really is just, if you get into the old growth forest part of Germantown Metro, this is very much like that, just much more vast, just on a much grander scale. But the same type of scenery, the same type of hills, and actually the trail hasn't really felt that hard in a while, if I'm being honest. We've been on a pretty good stretch. It looks like we're starting to go up again though. This hill don't look as steep as it did from back there. And the orange blazers are still continuing like every 100 feet, man. They're good about that. Trail's been pretty clear so far, aside from a few small down trees. And then maybe one or two that you could tell they were still working on getting completely out. Yeah, it's a nice trail. I'm hoping we don't get rained on still, but hold on. So we just found this marker tree right here. We'll get a side view. And it definitely looks like a marker tree, but it looks like that tree makes its mark on the ground right around here somewhere. About at the mountaintop. Yeah, this is feeling pretty mountaintoppy. Wow. Fear of heights activated. Trying not to. Well, Timmy, you got to be more careful. Scare. I don't think I'm going any further than this, dude. I'm not going no further than this. Hold on, let's get a selfie shot. Jeremy. Hopefully they got it.
Someone's gonna find a way on this wall. Yeah. I don't think it's lay down for a while. That looks like an egg right there. Well, come over to this little point right here. There's some real good Danny shot. That one looks like a marker tree too.
It does look like a marker tree. It's an old tree too. Oh my goodness, man. Yep. Shut the dude.
I feel like if you fell, there'd be some profanity mixed in. Fuck you.
Man, this wind is crazy. Man, I hate you guys.
We just want to push you to be a better version of yourself. Jeremy, why are you going that way?
Which way did you go?
I just like went down the route.
What route?
Right here.
Want to go down like this, man?
Oh, I hate you guys, man. Oh, cool. Yeah, Jeremy, stand there. That'll do.
Get up on the shot.
Daggone it, Hayden. I heard you say up. I don't like this.
Look at the fear in his eyes.
Look at the fear in his eyes. Also, look at him still doing it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at the fear in his eyes.
It's only
And look at him still doing it, though.
It's only maybe 68 feet down.
Yeah, that's enough for me to not be comfortable. But it's all right. I'm good with discomfort. That's what I'm after. Whew, man. This was a good freaking decision, y'all, coming out here today. What do you think?
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Probably should say that. Shouldn't say that before Hayden goes cliff climbing.
I think you start at the top and work your way.
Sitting on a cliff. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting on a cliff.
Does thinking about it help you process it?
It helps me face the reality of what I'm doing so that I can just allow myself to feel it and push through it. I'm not joking, dude. I don't want to like not be in it. I'm here. This is what I'm doing.
Just sitting on a cliff.
Just sitting on a cliff. just sitting on a cliff. I gotta be with that for a minute. I am sitting on a cliff.
A beautiful cliff.
That's right, it's a beautiful cliff. I'm sitting on a beautiful cliff. I am sitting on a beautiful cliff.
That rock is so laid up.
It's a decent cliff.
Well, I'm at peace with being on the ledge now, I think. But I do think it's time to mosey on down the trail because it's windy. I don't want to get rained on out here if we don't have to, if I'm being completely honest. Now that I'm at peace with being on the ledge, I got to be at peace with getting up and getting off the ledge. Thank you.
Just come right here. There's a big cave. We were sitting on top of a big cave.
We're sitting on top of a big cave. You want to see it?
What does it take to get down there?
Just look right down here. It's not hard at all. Sorry if the camera's all over the place. Gotta watch where you put your foot. You'll sink down to your knee. Well, hell yeah. People have been burning fires in here. That's dope, ain't it?
Sound good. Sound good.
What are you doing?
Person?
You trying to climb that wall?
A little bit.
Remember, we ain't got no cell phone signal out here. Man, this like, your feet are at a freaking angle. Whoa.
Doesn't that look like wood?
It does. All right, here comes that sunshine. This ain't the smart way down. There we go.
This is straight up though. A little step right there. Almost looks carved.
Right here?
Yeah. This weird square hole. It's odd too.
Dude, climbing up that little hill right there. I'll get you. It's that core activation.
You can see the smoke blackening them rocks right there.
What is it?
See them two circular holes? The square one right here?
Yeah. That one really is really square. And those are very, very circular. It's like fingers. Stick your whole finger in there almost.
Look how soft this sandstone is too. You probably could easily chisel this whole room out.
Yeah. Somebody comes down here and has fires, which probably ain't the best idea. I don't know, look into it, but I know some rock, if you light fires up underneath of it like that, it'll eventually cause them to collapse in. So right there, went down to my knee. What a way to spend a Saturday, eh? Do what? Yeah, I see that.
That one looks pretty large too.
Well, I'm gonna head on down this trail, and I think it is gonna take us right up. Be careful, dude. Damn, that was like a slide. Oh, that just scared me to death. That shit looks like a straight slide.
It was, but it was a purposeful slide,
Whew. My sphere heights work secondhand.
That was a tactical maneuver.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Jumping down some beef jerky. And we're gonna head back up the hill and back on down the trail. This is worth the 2.5 hour drive and the challenge of it, which honestly, this doesn't feel nearly as challenging as it did when we first started. I'm just not used to hitting the hard part that instantly, you know? Yeah. It's usually some warm up. Nope, not coming down there.
Stand up above me and talk to the camera.
Okay. You want me to put the light on it?
There's like almost a perfect sphere being carved out of this rock right here.
Okay, I'm bringing it down. It's gonna be a tough one. You ready?
This is terrible, geez. And it's still recording. Oh shit. You can kind of see it from here. There's this weird kind of a sphere being carved out of the rock right there. One of the oddest formations I've seen out here. Kind of like those shale balls, but it's all the same kind of rock. Owie. Look at this thing. It's like completely carved out around this big old shape. That looks like it goes back right there. Not long ago, stick my arm in there. Very odd. It's carved all the way out around, except for like right there and in the bottom. Now, was another little cave that we'll explore down here. I'll put y'all up for a second so I can get down there better. Just another look out over there. There's kind of another little dip in carving. I don't know if you can see it, but like right above that little sapling, there's like a little circle. It almost looks like a face. Yep. There's all that iron. That's why that foundry was over there. All the iron up in this region. That's a neat little dish in there. This hole looks way bigger from up there, but they're always a little deceiving on them caves. All you can tell is there is a hole in the ground. You don't know how big it is until you walk up on it. Ooh. to get back up. That's always the tricky part. Hopefully that ground wasn't too loose for me to get back up. If not, I'll have to go back to where we were on that cave there. If I had a head mount, I'd bring you up, climb, but we done dropped you once. So we can't be having that again.
Nope, they say they're built tough, man. This GoPro's tough, y'all. It just fell down a mountain due to carelessness, which caused Hayden to have to climb down the mountain after. He had to climb down there and get it.
Now you get these fucking twigs off my shoes too.
Oh, you don't got your gaiters on, do you?
No.
I don't know where Jeremy disappeared to. I promise we didn't push him off a cliff.
He might have fell himself off the cliff.
That might be. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a beautiful view. Man, do I gotta push through some serious freaking fear to be able to enjoy this. You get them, Timmy?
Yeah.
I feel like a huge sail. The wind's trying to push me off the mountain.
Technically is.
For the winds whisper that the mountain is hungry, and soon it must eat. What shall it feast upon? If not the flesh of its visitors.
See that rock down there? Big boulder perched on the side of the
Did you go down there?
cliff. I didn't go that far.
What is it?
The Japanese trees are starting to bloom.
Oh, wow, yeah. I wouldn't have even noticed that. Thanks for pointing that out, brother. We got some color. We got some color in the video today. I promise y'all, I did not gray out the day. The sun has barely shined on us, but it's still been a beautiful, amazing day of discovery. It's been a good adventure. It's tough, man.
It shined on me for like 5 hot seconds when I got down on that last wall.
Yeah, when I was sitting up there about that time is when it shined on me. I heard somebody on another YouTube channel I was watching say to go down steep hills backwards because it's easier on your knees, which makes sense to me. But it seems like even though that might be easier on your knees, you're still putting yourself at a lot more risk for like trips when you're walking backwards. So, not calling it dumb or anything like that, just saying. Just saying, like, that don't seem to make sense to me. I mean, I get that it does make the knees, it is easier on the knees, but it opens you up to so much more risk. It doesn't seem like it's worth it when you can just kind of position yourself properly and go forward. I knew you guys would be up here somewhere. I knew you wouldn't abandon me. That's a lightning strike, ain't it? I think that's a lightning strike, probably. Or is that just like a mold or fungus making it black.
Looks like fire.
Yeah, it was fire. I'll bet you that was a lightning strike. Ah, yeah. Yeah, man, that got me. That was a lightning strike. You know, this really did start out, I said, it's going to be one of them hikes that makes you question why you do this. And it definitely was, but not for the reasons I thought it would be. It's like, man, there's a million reasons why I do this, and it's always worth it. It's always worth the physical challenge. You can start at the most obvious, physical fitness. You go to mental fitness. You can dig down to spiritual fitness, which is the root of where it all lies. And get out here in the woods. Or I get out here in the woods like this, and I just let my mind go. I just walk and let my mind go wherever it's going to go, whether that be up or down, left to right, zigzag, which is usually the case. Bounce around, and through that, I don't know, through that process, doing that through this weekly ritual that I have, it helps me to find balance. So that's why it's worth the challenge. That's why it's worth about falling and twisting my ankle just a second ago. So some of these parks, and this is one of them, this is another reason I didn't bring Axel today. I read that you can't filter the water even because it's got heavy metals in it from mining back in the day in the area. So I was a little worried about bringing Axel out here not knowing what it was about. Kind of think it was the right move too, because some of them ledges, like he would have walked right out on it. It would have scared me to death, and I probably would have done something stupid and forgot that he's a dog. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I think Jeremy's secretly starting his own YouTube channel on the side, guys. I heard him saying something about the weird bro outside or something like that while he was filming a video earlier. I think he's sneaking. What is that, dude? That's definitely...
I don't know what that is.
That's definitely grinded out, man. No way that's natural. Not without it being full of crystals and shit, you know? Yeah, you can like see the iron in this piece of rock.
Look at that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It almost has kind of like an ironiness right there.
Or a burn, like maybe this was something to keep little fires in or something. For lights. You know what I mean? You gotta hold a light out in the dark. That look on both sides of it in there. That could be char.
There's like layers to the rock too. There's red and brown layers in it. And it's covered in the sandstone.
You know what you need to do is clean it up real good. Look it over. Whatever that is, it's cool even if it is natural.
I think that red vein is just from the iron out here. It's like all that sandstone has that red iron in it.
Well, like I was just saying, I've heard you can't filter the water out here because it's loaded with heavy metals.
Yeah, you can see it in the stone in that cave we was just in. There's like bands of rust coming out of it.
The sun's peeking out now.
The weatherman might be half right today.
Ah, it was merely for a second. Found some coal.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
All along this path here.
You want it? Burn it.
Yeah, we need a lot of it.
Well, here's some yuck. Bug just flew in my eye. Get out of here, daggone bug. It's not the time of the year for that yet. Give me another week.
Get the horsies and the doggy.
What do you think happened here? The forest sacrificed one of its own?
Huh?
I said, what do you think happened here? The forest sacrificed one of its own?
This tree.
Yeah.
It's just the circle of life.
Yeah. And look at them horses. They're racing, and there's a dog.
There's two doggies.
I don't even like horses, but that's pretty cool. I gotta admit, they're kind of running they are running their horses. I don't know why I always say kinda.
Horses are dope, George.
I don't like horses, dude. I don't understand why they're not extinct yet.
Because they're useful as fuck.
In what way?
You're gonna think that when you don't have a fucking car.
They were useful. What I'm saying is they were useful.
What else are we gonna get drunk in bed on?
Literally everything. I bet my finger's longer than yours. Dudes will resort to that type of shit, dude. You know that. I bet I can make it to that tree before you. We already do that. We'll do that before this hike is over.
You're just mad you don't have a horse.
Nah, I just don't like horses. No offense to anyone who does. I just don't. But I'm always willing to examine these things, see if it's a me thing. Something that I do have to acknowledge is I found some enjoyment in watching those horses run a minute ago. So I've got to take that into consideration. So maybe I don't hate horses. Maybe I just think I do.
Look at mean ass blackberry bushes. It's like half an inch thick.
I know, man, no matter what time of year we walk around, that's what makes you drool the most.
I know that. I'm telling you, there's a spirit in those blackberries. You can't try.
I believe it, dude. They call to you, man. Beavers be out here. Beavers be out here, dog.
Stopping right here.
Snacks. Big old down tree. This is a nice lake right here. Pretty much everything we've stopped and seen has been worth worth the hike just in itself. So we just took a break to eat snacks and then started walking again. I always always, it's like starting over for a little bit afterwards. So I'm lagging behind. Whew. Be getting up this hill. It's taking a lot. I mean, it's non-stop. But I'm here to show you the highs and the lows. Literally and metaphorically. I'll flange out for a minute. Nice. Take a breather. Here's the rain. I knew it was coming. It's here. Guys, I assure you, this hill is mean. The trick always seems to be not to give it too much go. Remember earlier, around the time we were at that ledge, I said, I think we're at the top. Well, we've continuously gone up since then. So, I was wrong. This is a good example of when I say things like, do I want to climb the hill? I do not. But do I want to be at the top of the hill? Absolutely. So that's what you gotta do. But man, for some reason I'm struggling. I am struggling on this one. We've only done like 7 miles too. But the consistency of the ups and downs, it's hard to adapt to. And like I mentioned earlier, I need to refine my stride here. It's really only been a few minutes. Sat down there for like a millisecond, and that was like a reset on the legs. It's funny how relieved my legs felt when I stood up just for sitting down for that little couple seconds I did. We really don't know where Jeremy is right now, but we swear we didn't push him off the ledge. That's for sure. He might have
melted in that rain.
Vanished into the forest. He's up there filming his own little videos for his YouTube channel that he's not telling us about. We see Tony up there. He lies ahead and wait. Jeremy in flow state, and he don't want to admit it for some strange reason. You in that flow. Hey, look at that. Well, guys, we gotta turn around. That sucks, guys. We gotta go all the way back. Sun is out. Now that's majestic. Oh, that sun just makes everything look amazing. Especially when it's been gray all day. Yeah, that is awesome, ain't it?
It's a nice little gorge.
It's like we are finally starting to go downhill, which scares me a little bit because I'm sure it's just gonna lead to another uphill. My campsites. Look at that. So that could get a little confusing if you don't notice big bright orange spots in the woods. Right. They're everywhere. I'd say it'd be pretty hard to get lost out here. I mean, they let loose with the paint. They had fun out here doing this. Well, Hayden just came blasting by.
Road splits into two paths.
Well, we go to the left.
Let's see if he drops or was it down here?
Dude, this is wild.
Yeah, there's a neat little area down here. Getting down's the easy part.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to come down. Oh. What's running?
Well, there's kind of a rock that's split up here that the water's flowing through. Down and over this cave right here.
Jeremy.
A little bit of a drag to get down in there too. Off that ridge, or if you want to stay up on there. There's a little bit of a cave here. The water flows down. The real neat one's right here around the corner. Might be like, man, those sticks look real hard to climb through. They're honestly probably the only thing keeping me on the side of this right now. think it even go down. Look at that. That sandstone just turned into beautiful sand in the bottom of all these caves too. And the sun wants to come back out for another 5 seconds. Alrighty. Gotta think about how I want to get back up. This first time wasn't ideal. It does look about the only way. Haven't got too good of a look around this corner yet. So we'll do that real quick. Thinking that honestly might be easier too if I just go that way, but don't know. Don't know. I'll have to get a break. I'm standing straight up, damn near laying against this wall. I'm gonna slip, and it ain't gonna be pretty. So I go tree to tree. Yeah. Man. What?
I brought your dad down the hill a little bit. I got your dad right here. I don't know where Jeremy went again.
Fucking drag out. What?
It's like
Come here.
good climb, man.
That little drop is stupid. That leaf cover, everything stays so fucking slick.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See where Tony's vanished once again. Where did he go? We'll find out.
We need to go out there and find that again. I'm not 100% sure how, but I'll figure it out. So my mom doesn't remember like where we were when we rented the cabin and such, but oh, never mind, that's Neil.
All right, off to find. It is off to find two-word Tony. You see him?
Tony!
I don't even see him.
Bright gray fucking outline.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Standing next to a bright yellow pole too.
Now I see him. Yeah, that's Tony. So we are 9 miles in, and I'm not gonna say it's me whose arsenal is kicked, but we have made the decision to cut this even shorter than we originally decided to cut it. We're taking this gravel road up as a shortcut back to the trail we started on. But man, this is an awesome place. We can come out here and spend days, dude.
Yeah, we could.
That's what we'll have to plan next time we come out here, is do a night or two. Hey, you guys. I want to beat you both up. Hayden. I want to beat your young ass up, dude, in a fight.
I'll kill you.
Me, you. First, I have to fight Jeremy because he's going to be the hardest.
Don't worry, you won't be biting him.
He's going to be the hardest fight for me because it's going to be so emotional.
Yeah, it's so emotional.
And then,
When I'm tired and wore out, man, I get angry quick.
and then I must take on the youngin'. We must do this once every new moon. Jeremy is seriously a genius for realizing we could take this road as a shortcut. Absolute genius. Yeah, it's been constant up and down. I thought it was going to be like, I knew it was going to be harder than Germantown, but I guess I just didn't really comprehend that, man, you know? Like really to scale. I mean, how could I? I've never been here. But it's wild because I don't want to call it over challenging. It's just the consistency of the level of challenge throughout the entire hike is pretty taxing. Yeah. Oh man, like mentally and everything, dude. I can't tell you. I've had a few moments here where I've been like, I just want to lay down and go to sleep. Like, I want to lay down and sleep right now. Let the youngin' catch up.
I can slow down a little bit.
Bro, you've been cooking, man.
Yeah.
You've been cooking. Me, I'm trailing behind today. It's just like, I don't know, I don't have the energy today for some. I didn't sleep for shit last night.
I slept good.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't sleep good at all.
I don't think I woke up at all till like maybe the second alarm. I probably heard the first. But...
I got up on my first alarm at 5, but man, I only slept since like 2, you know?
Yeah.
My brain was racing, dude. I was so excited about today. And man, for good reason. This has been
Next time I'll be dreading the night before.
Well, this was well worth the excitement, I'll say. This has been a good one for sure. This place is the most foresty forest I've ever forested. Look at the bullet holes in this sign right here. Starting to think Jeremy might not have chose the right way. Look at that sign. In the woods. On the same trail that we came in on. Let's see. So we made 2 different shortcut decisions. And we're still at 10.18 miles right now, with a few miles to get back to the car. So this has been a hike, and we set out to do 16.4, which is what All Trail says the entire loop is. There's no way that's right. So good thing we didn't set out to take that whole thing on. We'd be having a hard time. All 3 of us are about cooked, which is the goal. So job done. Job done, hike. Mission accomplished. When these leaves come back, you won't be able to see much through here, but right now it's still awesome. I'm back at the down trees. Well, I am. They've been there. They're way ahead of me. They're cooking me. Not getting any sleep last night really took a toll on me on this hike today. But I'm the type of guy who my brain races. And I was laying down in bed all night, and all I could think about was getting out on this trail, and I got stuck in like just the excitement of it, and I couldn't sleep. So now I'm freaking whooped, man. I am whooped. And this was a particularly tough trail in comparison to what I'm used to. So, you know, I don't want to go hard with it. I don't want to give it too intimidating of a rating, because it's doable, especially if I'd got a good night's sleep. It's not easy. It's probably on the high side of moderate, I guess, or a high, maybe mid-level challenging. I don't know. I guess it depends on how you rate it. It'll whoop you. I'll say that. There's that bullet hole burrow, at least according to Hayden. A bullet hole burrow. Tell you what, these hills are steep. It feels good to be going downhill. That's for sure. But I'll tell you what's gonna feel even better. Being at home and in my bed, snuggled up in some blankets, because I am tired. And I got a 3-hour drive home. I can see the road up there. So we're probably, looks like we're getting close to the end of our journey. I'll see if I catch up with them or not. And this may or may not be the outro. If this is the outro, man, I hope y'all had fun. I was tired, so I hope it didn't get boring. But I had a blast, man. Today was awesome. This was a good, challenging trail. The right type of challenge, the right level to get out and really try myself, challenge myself, and see what I can do. This is definitely a step up from the norm. And I'm happy I came out here. I'm happy we came out here today. Happy y'all come along with us. Be weird out loud, man. Of all the advice I could give, I feel like I could boil it down to that advice right there. Be weird out loud, y'all. See you next time. Well, I thought we were signing out, but Hayden's in here in the hole.
I'm in the hole, Ricky.
Dude, I don't even feel like crawling in there.
You got to. It opens up.
Oh my God, dude, I'm so tired. I'm not even joking.
Well, you can just crawl right up under here and take your little nap.
I would love to, but I am tired. Look at me. Look at this, Hayden. Look.
You got this, Billy. You're already halfway there.
Oh my God. Look in here. Oh my God. Good move.
This is a nice little room right here.
Isn't it though?
Except there's mosquitoes in that corner.
Well, that sucks.
Jeremy done ran away.
He's probably at the Jeep.
It's like I ain't stopping one more time. He's like,
Right. Oh, dude, I'm so glad to have that backpack off me for a second. Well, guys, I thought that thing I just did was gonna be the outro. I might leave it in the video anyway. But we weren't quite finished yet. Leave it to Hayden to squeeze a little Mo adventure out at the end.
That's how you do it, George.
That is how you do her.
There was this Australian dude who grew up growing weed with his dad. And he ended up in his 20s traveling across like Pakistan and India and stuff on this little motorcycle collecting seeds. And he was stopped somewhere, just a mile in the fields, and this old man walks up to him. And this was in like either Pakistan or Afghanistan. And he's like, "Oh, you like these plants?" And then they sat there and smoked a joint. Then after the joint, he seen that he had such a love for it, because he was like,
I'm leaving that quarter there.
me and my father had done this like my entire life. This is all I do is try to breed like the best plants and all this, and kept going on and on. He's like, "I'm gonna take you to the farm." And he took him out to his farm, and he walked him up on these plants, and he said they just shined like emeralds. And this was back in the day when weed looked like Reggie. There was nothing like this. And he's like, this plant has been in my family forever. And we grow it for its stickiness and everything. So we ended up taking those seeds. Waiting for winter. Almost a dance in front of us. It wouldn't be that bad. I almost feel like that's a spring though. It kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. I wish it was coming out a little more heavy. Jeremy's over the car. Let's see if I can unlock it from here.
What's wrong, Karen? Where's it going?
I unlocked the doors for him, but I don't know if he's catching on. Okay, he got it. No, it didn't.
Should we be on the other side of the creek by now?
No, we had to walk across the bridge, remember?
No.
You don't remember walking across the bridge?
Yeah. That bridge right there?
Right across that bridge right there.
That one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, that one right there.
Right across that bridge?
That's the one. Guys, that will wrap up the adventure for today. Hope you had as much fun as we did. Today was a blast. I was tired, still had a blast. Awesome place. Can't wait to get back and explore. This is a place where literally we're going to be able to break off huge sections of, and who knows how long it'll take us to cover this place. So we'll definitely be back here. Be weird out loud, y'all. Best advice I know how to give. See you next time.